What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixelbonders here, and welcome back to AI the Somnium Files when we left off.
Ota and Iris are dead.
Yeah, we've been thrown for a fucking loop on this one. Little wrench thrown in the plan. I don't trust anything, but at least Ota's fucking dead as doornails. Iris is supposedly dead as doornails. I haven't seen the body for myself, so I'm not going to judge anything yet. But that whole situation was 2.5 fishies of fishy. But apparently Date seems to know what happened, so here's what I think happened.
Well, that's what he thinks happened, not knows.
Stay away from Tessa!
Like, he made a show of
Ota
it.
knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Yeah.
That.
Then, who is the culprit?
I don't think either of these things are right. I think the truth is in the middle somewhere. Like I said, Ota was killed by someone, but I'm pretty sure the beginning part was all Ota's doing of planning it all. But then it becomes weird.
Because, like, he smirked after he tased us.
Because this is the problem of a third person being involved. Is like, who?
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that if Ota died, the only other person that could have done it is Iris, but I don't understand. I still don't understand the story of what's happened to Iris, because we're just focusing pretty much on Ota, but
yeah.
Hopefully we get to more info on Iris and the body soon, if it is that way, but like, it was such a scene of, you know, the polar bear doing the thing, and obviously, why do that, aside from hiding your identity? It's just...
I wish I knew.
Also, how could he get in and out of a suit that fast?
I don't know, man.
Like, that's impossible.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
Oh yeah, my thought is Ota's original plan with everything was to do that, and, you know, by showing yourself, it kind of gives you like an alibi of sorts. And then also, like, because it was streamed apparently, I assume it was seen by many people, which kind of makes him look like Mr. Oh, I'm the hero wannabe.
Yeah.
But maybe something happened after that that threw everything off. I don't know.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
Sure.
You think the new Cyclops Killer is related to them somehow?
Doesn't Lemniscate kind of connect them all?
Maybe not.
Kind of.
That is a good starting point.
Because technically Shoko doesn't work for
Yeah, it connects
Lemniscate.
Renju and Iris.
And then Renju and Shoko are connected by ex-marriage.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
his
yeah.
mother.
Let's talk about Ota's mother.
Miumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Miumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemniscate either. And since Renju is the president...
This isn't how I thought this conversation was gonna be.
No.
I was gonna be like, oh, we're gonna have to
The
tell
point is
her.
Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Miumi would kill her.
Okay, so we're
Above
finding the
all
gaps
else,
in it.
She would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
Exactly.
She loves that boy.
Mama Kumakura.
Renju and Shoko
Moma.
were connected
Mama.
to Kumakuras,
Mama from the bars ruined me.
but there's no connection to Iris.
Iris's mother.
There's Mizuki.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims.
Yeah.
Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
She wouldn't have been so messed up either.
Yeah. Let's talk about Iris's mother. She's gonna be having a fun
Hitomi
time.
and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome
Or
way.
be able to.
No matter
No.
what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me.
And congressman.
Cause like,
Renju, Shoko, and So.
cause isn't like the arm that doesn't work her right arm?
I think so.
And that was
if
the
I'm
arm that
remembering.
the polar bear used to pull the thing down.
Yeah.
There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
Me.
I know Renju and Shoko, and I'm connected to Iris, but I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops Killer.
And I mean...
Iva would know.
Yeah, and also, even with that whole situation, I mean, Mama kind of watched us all passed out on the floor there.
Yeah,
And then we
until
watched
woke
through
up.
the eyeball of the stream, so...
Yeah.
Unless it was all pre-recorded. But that would make sense still
No.
anyway, so...
I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
It couldn't be
Thanks.
pre-recorded if we just saw them.
I know. It was joke.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
Justice.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Let's go get justice.
Oh no, back to
Okay,
the
I'm just
Batman shtick.
Alright. Is anything still going to be there at the cold storage warehouse? That's an important place to go look at.
Yeah.
The place where it all went down.
Of course, a polar bear at cold storage. Dang.
Boy, this is a fucking wicked place.
That's a lot of blood.
Stepped in the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. Temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin, but the center of my body was burning hot. Policeman. Police officer. Any progress in the investigation?
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Huh.
There's an oil drum over there. Unlikely to be a clue.
Kagami?
All right.
Is that
Shelves
you?
with boxes. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. I don't see any clues here.
Kagami?
Let's talk to this policeman. The inspector. This is our friend inspector? Inspector doing his duties as usual. Any clues?
No, nothing so far.
I can't tell if that's him or not.
I don't know. There's a blood stain way over here, which is
Might be
interesting.
him.
I'm gonna look at all the unimportant stuff first.
Looks like him.
Cardboard box.
From what we can
Cardboard
see.
box on the floor. There's nothing in it.
Okay.
Box. Wooden box on the shelf. It's empty. Shelves.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
It's nothing particularly suspicious. It's an A and the B and the C. Okay. This is the warehouse from the dreams.
Oh.
Overhead crane. Hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. Interesting.
You're right.
At least I think it's supposed to be.
It seems similar.
It's eerily similar, and it has the overhead crane just like it was in the other part, and it was a very warehousey room.
Well, a lot of warehouses have overhead cranes, so...
Yeah. Here's all the street. Let's look at this random blood stain over here. Oh, and the evidence marker. The evidence marker. It's a little marker that puts up the track evidence at the scene.
Puts up the track evidence?
Is this Oda's blood? Maybe. Forklift B. A forklift. I don't see anything special about it. What about forklift A?
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
How long? Like 6 years?
Oh my god.
Tire and floor covered in a layer of ice.
Oh.
Interesting.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
That's smart.
I have
Damn
logged
it.
into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse.
There's Wi-Fi
Okura
here?
Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Well, damn.
I have done some research. As
Alright.
the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras.
Whoa.
The same Okiuras we know.
She got quiet.
Yeah.
Renju's father
That was
created
weird.
the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Huh.
Video camera and laptop used for the stream. Alright. Then we've got
Bloodstain A.
all of this. Look at the blood stain. Iris and Oda's blood. Workbench?
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death,
just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
and the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death.
Well, that's something, I
If
guess.
he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Yeah.
Well then. Maybe Oda was trying to help Iris jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle and Oda ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all of his power to fight back. He was forced to be put inside the costume and finally cut open by the ice cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Iris and Oda's bodies are under autopsy. The bodies aren't here anymore. Right here, Iris and Oda were.
So yeah, Iris is dead.
Well, shit. I still don't trust it. Iris
Oh
and
my
Oda were
God.
sliced into by these by this ice cutting machine.
By this thin cutting
Iris
ice
and
machine.
Oda.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
You think she would have woken up when that started to cut into her?
I'd imagine there were probably some heavy sedatives
Yeah.
that were involved.
I mean, yay? Like, at least she didn't
Iris
feel it,
also had her left
right?
eye removed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
Huh.
Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Just realized
Yeah,
this also
you're right.
really sucks because...
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
Why'd you let her keep talking?
Sorry. I didn't know you were gonna.
I said because, and then you hit go.
My bad.
She was like a huge link to the original Cyclops Killer. And now she's gone, and we can't possibly get any other kind of information
No.
from her at all.
All of that's gone.
Yep.
All right.
Ice cutting machine. Okay. So it said that. How do we leave? Wait. Or I guess. Oh wait. Tell them if they get anything.
Heading out.
Yeah. Let me know if you find anything. So let them know, and then left the warehouse. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Which scene next? Or it's giving us a cutscene before we go anywhere. Fancy. Well, if the warehouse, I saw Pewter.
Oh.
What is he doing here?
What is he
Usually
doing
underground reading your BL novels. He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
here? Okay.
Huh?
Hit me with it.
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Oh.
I'm ready.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
Because
The
boss is
was
there.
Yeah, we can't. You can't say anything under those circumstances.
We said that me and him said that at the same time. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
But I said, the only difference was I said because first.
Yeah.
Yeah, she...
I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
I am the Cyclops Killer. What?
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops Killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
Yes, you've said
I am
that
absolutely certain the
a few
original
times.
Cyclops Killer could not have committed these crimes.
Now, why are you so certain?
Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops Killer.
Hit me with your best shot.
Although, it's more accurate to say killers.
Okay.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Huh.
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, a Yakuza would know how to do that.
Yeah. Water. Water of Tokyo Bay.
Okay.
Barrier. The barrier of Tokyo Bay. Hologram barrier. A policeman. But that's no.
The water of Tokyo Bay.
The police officer of Tokyo Bay.
It's Michael Bay.
A police officer 1 of Tokyo Bay.
Oh my god, stop.
The box.
No.
It's a wooden box of Tokyo Bay. Container.
Evan.
Stack containers of Yatoda Bay.
Of what?
I'm just reading the boxes now. Springs anything? There's an oil drum. There's a lot of oil drums actually.
Yes.
There's an oil drum. Many of them. Crane.
Cool.
Skyscraper. Warehouse. Warehouse is all line. Cold storage warehouse. Yeah, the fishery. The fishery place. Anything else? No. Alright, let's talk, Peter. Who is the murderous psychopath?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust.
Wow.
It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as
I want to check something. Well, I'll let her
embrace or
finish it.
caress.
I have an idea.
What?
So, where's...
What are you doing?
What was the,
What?
What were the emotions that I thought it said? I can't read the emotions that it talked about.
Love, affection, and trust. It's right there.
Right there. I wonder if we have a drug being pumped into us that kind of gives us oxytocin, which makes us act weird when it comes to these 3 things.
You mean we're having oxytocin pumped into us?
Yes. That's the medicine that's being pumped into us. Because we're the psychopathic killer. Notice how he said that killers. He talked about fucking Kumakura, but won't talk about us.
Mm-hmm.
Or won't talk about the psychopath killer. Anyways, continue, Iba.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute.
The fuck's that?
His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through
by
other
killing
means.
people.
Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins
through murder,
performing a certain action.
What was it?
Really? What
Murder.
was it?
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain.
Yep.
The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
Yay!
He got pleasure from killing people?
That's the way psychopaths work.
It's slightly more complicated than that. killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Jesus. Their experience. Maybe it's not us. If it was 12, that'd be like fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Why did Cyclops case get classified?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
That means he'd be 18 right now.
You know, someone else who's 18, Iris, who has memories of being right there with the killing.
But he said he.
Bah. Oh, Rohan.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out.
Ugh.
The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes.
Yeah.
Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them.
Ew.
He needed to have them, to make them his own.
Anyways, to the point.
Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman.
Okay. At first, I wasn't sure what to do. I want to check something quick.
What?
I want to look at our file. Just so I can confirm something. We are 30.
Yeah.
Rohan took his first eye 18 years ago. And the psychopathic killer had their first kill at age 12. It's 12 plus 18.
Huh.
Just throwing that out there.
But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge.
But it was a lady's eye.
Well, no, the point is that we, Date,
Yeah.
were the killer.
Uh-huh.
And then Rohan takes the eyeball out.
Yeah.
What are you not getting of that?
Oh, I thought you were saying that he took our eye out.
No. I'm saying that we've been doing our eye was, even in the memory for Iris, our eye was intact at that time in the reflection. This happened well afterwards, that our eye disappeared. Anyways.
His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops Killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings.
Okay.
At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Okay. So I guess summarize that all for me, a nice little bow.
The original Cyclops Killer had an accomplice,
There were 2 Cyclops Killers.
and one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuju prison.
You said but
Huh.
it was said that he was never brought to justice.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
Isn't that where? Isn't that where we got the
Phone
tip
call
from the dude? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure. What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
How convenient.
He's simply called Number 89.
Yep, there it
Number
is.
89.
What I feel like...
Killed Shogunadami.
feel like this might have been like a fall guy of sorts. To be like, we have to have someone in the public eye take the fall for it.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops Killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Well, I guess thanks for your
that
help,
was also
Peter.
his way of, like, just reiterating that it couldn't have been, you know, the original Cyclops Killer without saying, hey, we know it's not them because you're the original.
Maybe.
It could just be a cover-up story.
Alright, time to
Because,
go
like, it'd
visit
be really problematic to tell him that out of nowhere.
Yeah. Time to go awkwardly visit Matsushita Diner. Place is silent.
Yeah.
It was so quiet I feel like I could hear the float dusting.
The floating
dust. Wow.
Are you okay?
I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye.
Oh.
It was Miumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth.
Athletically?
Listen, my allergies are acting up, man. It's throwing me off my game.
Allergies? I mean, I know you're having
Sitting
allergy
cushion.
issues, but how's that
Low
affecting your
table.
speech?
Sitting cushion. I imagine there's probably not going to be any good dialogue right now.
No.
So, let's chat. If we look at, actually, Lucky Cat for it? That's a window. Lucky Cat? Lucky Cat statue. Never mind, okay. She's looking at photographs in her hand. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Oof.
You wanna talk about it?
Oh boy.
About Oda.
This is your fault.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Miumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
You know what? Understandable. Have a great day.
Did you not hear me?
I'm leaving.
I said leave!
Yeah. I'll go to the door. I'll see myself right out. I don't need to be here anymore. I think I should probably go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
She is in no state to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop talking like that.
Pat, pat, pat. All right. Oh, we can go home.
Huh.
Yeah, let's go to the Date residence. Is Mizuki home? Or are you hanging out with friends? Granted, one of your friends is dead. Two of your friends are dead.
Wow,
so-
Evan.
Well, our place looks real interesting. The outside. At least we're inside. Mizuki's curled up on the
Oh
sofa.
yeah, she just lost 2 of her friends.
She looks like a small animal frightened by a predator. I haven't really looked around my own place at all.
We've never been in here.
An Adarabbit. It's Adarabbit, a stuffed animal. Give it to Mizuki on her birthday. A large speaker.
You mean we've never looked around? We've never been here before.
Audio for an audio file. My brain kind of connected it to the dreams before, but this is a different place from that.
Oh my god,
first
do you
dream,
see
but-
the rack? Just 3 of her jackets and 2 of ours.
Perfect. It's a bed.
You can't look at the clothes?
Mizuki's bed. I'll like him in a second. Carpet. A rug. A coffee table. That's not the armchair. But that's a one-seater sofa. And I've...
Stop!
It's because of the thing on the right. It
Well,
gets
you
in the
gotta
way.
move it
We have a
first.
bench pressing machine. Bench press.
Machine?
Listen.
It-
A big window. Clothes.
You used to lift weights. You know it's not a machine.
Mine and Mizuki's clothes. What a nice rack. My clothes and Mizuki's clothes hanging on the rack. Hey, there's the iron pipe.
Oh.
Mizuki's favorite metal pipe. School bag. A backpack. It's mine. Small window gets a little bit of light. Frying pan. Frying pan. Oven hood. Pot. The kitchen first. There's seasonings, cooking equipment lying around. And then there's a pot. There's a pot. Towel. There's a towel.
I don't think this
hanging.
is. We're not gonna get anything from this right now.
And then a door. It's my door. Pillow. It's a cushion. Cushion on the sofa.
Where do we sleep? The sofa?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
He seems like the type that would
3-seat
give her the
sofa.
bed.
3-seat sofa in the center of the room. It's my bed. Damn it! Alright, Mizuki. Mizuki's staring at the floor.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll talk to Mizuki next time.
This poor girl. Can
Been
we
through
say
so much these
has
past few days?
lost her mother, her father, and 2 of her closest friends within the span of 3 days.
Yeah.
Just wow.
Let's also mention the fact of found mother's body, thanks to Oda, you little shit. Oda's also been near the scene of the crime every single fucking time. He found, but anyways, aside from that,
No.
found Shoko's body, found Dad's body.
Yep.
Was there with us when we found it. And then also probably watched the live stream.
Oh, I hope not.
Of both of them. Boy, you go through a lot. You go through a lot these past few days.
We're gonna get you all the stew in the
you
world.
need I'll get you an extra large stew, all right? So you can take some home. Goodness.
Poor girl.